truth.
Welcome to Drop Me Off in Nashville with Scottie and friends.
Hey, y'all. How's it going out there?
Angie, how did I get you in here twice in 1 month?
I don't know.
Hey, you want to tell you something?
What?
So you started season 2, episode 1.
Yes.
I don't know how many. Mark, how many shows was our first one? Do you remember? Mark, are you available by chance?
You mean the first season?
Yeah, what was our first? What did we do? 10, 15 shows? What did we do?
Yeah, I want to say it was close to 15, actually.
So we had 15 shows in, Mark, and then you started season 2, so you'd be show 16, and we're doing 30 shows total, right? So this is the last show of the year.
I was episode 1 of season 2.
You are the number 1 downloaded episode. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
How did you do it?
Oh, just this winning country personality.
What do you think of that, Mark?
I agree, Angie.
No, congratulations. I ran the numbers, and year end, we're the last week of December, and you are the number 1 show of the entire year. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So when you came in on that show about, remember a couple weeks ago we talked about having the families come down to Nashville and they could do whatever they, kind of told them about Nashville, remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but your first one that you did is so far number 1. Congratulations.
God, you better be careful to be called Angie and friends.
I think I'm fine with that because she's great at this.
No, I was going to say it's going to be called Scottie and Friends and Lovers.
I like it.
Hey, Ange, can we do this? My mom died on November 29th, and it's been 2 years since my mom passed away. You know what would have been cool? Is to be able to say, hey, Mom, turn the radio on and listen to me and Angie. She would have.
Oh, she would have loved it.
Can you imagine what my mom would have done?
Yeah.
She just would have been, she wouldn't have been able to get over that.
Yeah, she would have loved it.
Yeah,
but she's listening. She's listening.
Rest in peace, Mom. I mean, what a mother you were all the years that we had you, and I know you're in heaven. I know that for sure, and we miss you for sure. It was good. So let's do a year in review. You want to? I mean, you and I have done a lot this past year. I want to talk about the guest that's been on the show. I want to talk about, of course, Mark Maynor and this beautiful studio that we get to work out of. Our friend Mark George, who we met here in Nashville. All the people that's been so kind to come on to the program. And one of the Leonard Skinner guys who played for Leonard Skinner is going to be on my show in January. I cannot wait.
I know. You've been grinning ear to ear since you got the news that he was going to be on.
I can't wait to honor him and tell him thank you for the lessons that you taught me, the business structure of the music that you brought to me, and taking me on and letting me work for him. That I can't wait to tell Mike that, because I think the world of him. Him and Luke and Kurt and Jay, they all started this band called Skinny Molly, and I don't want to get into much of it, but they're just wonderful human beings. And when I got to work for those guys, it was what a hell of a lesson. What a hell of a lesson. Let's get into this. So this year's been busy, right?
It has been busy. If you guys know me, we started off the first part of 2025 with hurricane cleanup and repairs. If you know me, you know that Scott refers to me as Monica from Friends.
No, it's exactly. That's who. 100%. 100%.
Everything has a place.
Yes, until you move it to a new one, and then I change.
And then you learn where its new place is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. But anyway, so
here's the thing, Ange. I thought that I recorded the Drop Me Off in Nashville reality show this year.
No, you recorded it in 2024 in September, and that's when Helene hit.
That's when I told you that Garth said, with every blessing, there's a curse. And
yes.
That Thursday, I was recording in Nashville, the television show, on the bus and in the studio with everybody. And that night I got to the hotel, and you did a video of you standing on the steps and the water coming up.
Yes. That was...
Every blessing has a curse.
Yes. Yes.
And there was nothing I was 1,000 miles away. It was the perfect storm. I thought that was in 2020. Where did this year go? This year flew by.
But so we were still in the midst of trying to get a contractor to fix our stuff and ended up having to have 2 or 3 different ones. One wanted to fix this and one fixed this. But you know what?
Hey, I know I've never met so many dishonest people in my life. I thought Nashville was bad. I mean, our neighbor got took for a piece of sheetrock for $5,000. I mean, ours was $1,000 for a piece of sheetrock. I mean, all you contractors out there are probably rolling your eyes right now but that's what we had to do. We didn't have a choice. That you either pay it or it doesn't get done.
Yeah. So, but
it ripped us all off.
Yeah. So we started January off and the first part of February finishing up those repairs because, like I said, referring back to me being Monica.
Yeah.
It has to be fixed. I can't.
No. So we got a U-Haul and we loaded that thing up. And some of the things that went in that garbage broke my heart. One of them was one of your grandma's piece of furniture. That was the hardest thing I had to do to push that thing over. I think I asked you 10 times. Should I push it?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, we could figure out how to fix it. I mean,
I know, but if you know anything about flooding and the salt water and the sanitation, it's just, you just can't really keep anything wood it's just ruined and it's just.
That word is ruined. When she says ruined, it's ruined. Trust me, it took me 5 years to figure out what that says. Say ruined.
Burnt.
Ruined.
It's burnt. I can't say that. I have my Southern Girl Dictionary and you have your Southern Canadian Dictionary, okay? So
Northern Canadian.
No,
Southern Canadian.
Southern Canadian.
Yeah. There's been many times when Angie will say something to me, I'll say, will you please spell that? I really want to know, but I don't know what you're saying. And she does. It's good. So we did that. So we shot the TV reality show, right?
Yeah, but that was in 2024. Right. And then you're still working on all of that. And then what else do we have in January and February? It was kind of a slower start to the year.
That's when I started my knee problems. I started playing hockey.
Oh, yeah.
4 miles a day. I had to lose weight because I ate everything in Hibbing because my mom was dying. I took care of her for a year. I got up to 239 pounds. As we speak today, I'm at 200. So I lost 39 pounds this year. What'd you lose, Ange?
35.
35 pounds.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to know what the doctor said to me? You want to know how this happened for me? Eat half. Because if you eat 4 cookies, eat 2. If you drink a whole can of soda, drink a half can. And if once you fill your plate out, cut half of it out, eat that. And that did it. But
also getting back to weight loss and that kind of stuff, we also met our fantastic friends at First Watch in Trinity.
Oh my gosh, we have to talk about First Watch.
Yes.
So we did something pretty special for them this year. Ginny and Liz and the girls over there, they're all so pretty and they're all so sweet. They're all they never leave. They're wonderful people. And we had Trisha Yearwood tickets. 3rd row for
Trisha's
Christmas show.
Yeah, here in Clearwater.
Yeah, and we couldn't decide who to give them to because we love them both. You know, not that we're just closest to Ginny and Liz. The other girls are all super sweet, like I said.
Yeah, but they're younger girls and they wouldn't want to. Yeah, they wouldn't.
And so I said to Ginny and Liz, we're going to give these to you two. You could either go with your own husbands. You can go together. You can do whatever, but they're now yours. And they're sat 3rd row at Trisha Yearwood in Clearwater. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think they're both pretty excited.
Yeah, they had a good time. I'm sure they did. It was a lot of fun. So that was cool. Yeah, First Watch has been a lifesaver. It's a restaurant where they serve nothing but healthy food. In my eyes, that's something I order. It tells you the calorie count. You're going to get avocado just about on everything. You're going to get the best toast. You're going to get everything is great. I mean, we go to First Watch just about every day. One of our favorite places by far. I look at it this way. I can eat 400 calories at First Watch in the morning, and then I don't eat anything all day. And then that night I could have what I wanted for dinner, do my half, and the weight just fell off. And I've realized that I'm full all the time.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing. Yeah, first watch has been cool. My surgery, we dealt with that.
Oh, yeah. We dealt with your surgery and rushed into it in July because we knew that I was going to have surgery sometime in the future, and we both couldn't be.
Right. You had your surgery in November, right?
Yeah, November 6th.
Yeah, you had yours in November. And now we got news 3 weeks back about my knee. What happened? I'm torn 3 more places or something?
Yeah, I think your knee is worse this time than looking at the report than what it was last time.
So I have to go back in to get my knee cut. So.
Yeah. Oh, and they're doing this new thing where they're regrowing ligaments now.
Yeah, they gotta take a biopsy of it. They send it to a lab.
Send it to a lab and they can regrow your ligaments. That's just crazy.
Twice.
Yeah.
They cut it to get it out, then they cut it to put it in, which is weird.
Yeah, but
I was worried about that hole in my knee that they said that I had, but that seemed to be okay, right?
Yeah.
We read?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway. So amidst all of that.
But we're both getting healthy and losing weight. And so hopefully.
For sure. I mean,
hopefully 2026 brings.
What we donated to the Goodwill in December. I mean, I can't tell you how many boxes of clothes that we brought over to the Goodwill. I mean, just unbelievable. We're starting all over again. I'm wearing clothes that I wore in high school.
Yeah, before
I was on an XX.
Yeah, I found clothes in your closet that you won't part with that you had when you were in high school.
It's the little things.
Scott.
So listen. Don't yell at me on it.
He's a keeper. I'm a thrower.
I'm a keeper. I'm not a hoarder. I mean, I don't mind donating, but you know what I mean? And I've been telling you lately, we need to start nesting. I'm nesting for some reason. So I said to you, are you pregnant? And you're like, it's impossible to be pregnant. Anyway, so
I'm pregnant with puppy fever.
Yeah. This past year, we did music. We had surgeries. We did reality shows. We had this film that we're making. There's so much going on. And amidst all this, we were both hurt. We have a coloring book that we put out. We had a very busy year, yes?
Yes.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about the movie. Don't say the title, okay? Don't say the title.
Okay.
But so what I've been doing is I started this movie about 4 years ago when I got tired of turning on the TV and seeing the same thing over and over again. And it really started to really hurt me in a different way. So I started reaching out to some of my celebrity friends, executive friends, and said, this is my concept. This is my movie. I'm going to write a treatment for this. I need you to read it. Tell me honestly, because these guys, you know, at Warner Brothers aren't going to bullshit me. They're going to tell me if it sucks or not because they can tell me that.
Yeah.
And it came back from them going, whoa, you really have something here. You need to keep going with this. So fast forward 4 years later, we get to here. This past year, I ended up sending it into some executives and I asked them to rate it. And I learned this from Michael Gillis, where if you write a song, you need to rate the line of the song to see how good it is, if it's strong enough or not, and put it on a 1 to 10 scale and go, can I do better? Is this the best I can do? And then try to write that line better. It makes a better song, right? Pretty cool songwriting.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing with the movie, and I've never written a movie before. I got D's and C's in school. The only A I got in school was in music class, and it said participates well. It hangs in my office, this report card.
I know.
Everything else was D, because I didn't care. I wanted to play hockey. I wanted to be with my friends. I didn't care about school. But anyway, so I wrote this movie, and I got an 8 out of a 10. The executive sent back an 8 out of 10. So I'm not at a 10 out of 10. I would have done, if I was a 9, I would have already sent it to the music attorney. I mean, the entertainment attorney and said, pitch this thing. So I have some work to do, right?
Yeah.
The movie's cool.
Yes.
Very unique.
Yes.
Yeah. And I even sent it to like your mom, your brother. Your brother was a huge one. Michael was huge because he's kind of in this field that this is all going down. So to get his stamp of approval was really big for me. And then when I really got brave, I sent it to my brother, Mark. Because my brother will hand it to me anyway that he needs to. If it's bad, he's going to say. And he said I couldn't put it down.
But both of our brothers have life situations right now.
Yes.
That pertain to what the movie is about. Yes.
And it mattered what their opinion was.
Yes.
because I knew that they would blast me, and I was okay with that because that's how you get better. If somebody says, well, I'm not really sure, then you go, well, what can I do better? What didn't you like? And that's how you learn, right?
Yes.
So we got this movie going on, 2026. I made some vows to Angie. Well, I'll tell you at the end. But after I get the movie out, I'm done. I'm not doing another movie because it's too hard. Less the money's right? Less the money's right?
No. No. You've spent countless hours in that office.
But it's going to be, I think it's for the better good. So that's why this thing needs to happen. But then we did the reality show that dropped me off in Nashville that you corrected me. I thought we shot it this year. So when I got it done, I pitched it to a bunch of different execs. Didn't get a lot of traction. I got some interest. And then I had a guy come to me and wrote me this big email and told me how if I give him $20,000, Angie, he's just going to get everything taken care of.
Oh, yeah. Well,
$20,000.
$20,000. I'll take care of it for you.
Don't worry about that. And I just kept thinking that was what this whole year was about. What I teach artists on a daily basis when I come into the studio is watch out for them sharks.
Yeah, they're in every business.
Because my first
contractors.
Exactly. And I said right back to him, I said, why would you need $20,000? If I cut you in, you're going to make a hell of a lot more than $20,000.
Yeah, in the end, yeah.
Crickets.
He didn't want to hear that.
No. Because if I say, okay, I'm an executive producer, I'll give you half of the rights or a quarter of the rights, and the show goes even 5 years and it gets the syndication, he's going to make more money he knows what to do with. So the $20,000 is nothing.
But you know what? We also experienced that with the movie as well.
Right. But you guys, it's the entertainment business. It's so easy to filter these people out. They stand out like a sword. You won't believe what I'm going to do. I'll get this thing placed no matter what. And it's not even worth the argument because what I would want to say is like, you get it placed, then I'll pay you. I'll put it in an escrow account.
Yeah.
Once it's placed, then you can have the $20,000. How's that?
Yeah, and we'll even draw up a contract. It'll be all legal and everything.
Yeah, everything will be all there. But then when your $20,000 is paid and it's placed, you're gone because you're hired work now. You're hired help, so you go have a nice life, and you're going to miss out on the rest of this. But in other words, I would have took you along with me, but you decided that that's not how you wanted to do things, so that's cool too, right?
Yeah.
And they're just all over the place. So then I called my friend Randy Rich. You know, Randy.
Yeah.
One of the best human beings, I think, that walked the face of the earth. And he goes, don't worry about that stuff. We already got it taken care of. Just forget about it. It's all, everything's done. So we have that placed, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm excited about because I think it's something that we need to do for these kids in Nashville is give them a home, give them a place on TV. Instead of them chasing the labels, now the labels will start chasing them, which would be probably the best scenario you can get into, right?
Of course. Yeah. They're going to see them on the TV and...
Well, what was cool about doing that reality show is I got to meet a guy by the name of Jason Johnston. Jason does the Dove Awards. He's a cameraman out of Nashville. He does countless videos, countless movies. I thought so highly of Jason when he came in and shot the reality show that I hired him for Michael Gillis.
Yeah, to do the video.
Yeah, me and you in Miami.
Yes.
And he came down to Miami with us, and Jason shot this whole thing with us, and it was...
Through blood, sweat, and tears.
And rain.
And
boy, did it rain. Gosh, it poured rain on us the whole time, but we got it done, and anything after... You know, you think you do your job, and then you're done shooting, and the video goes out, and then all of a sudden some email will come in that they need something else, and Jason was always so kind. He never said... You know, my job is done here. He was a complete professional. He said, I'll help again, whatever you need. I'll get it taken care of. Don't worry about it. If I'm busy, I'll do it that night. And Mr. Jason Johnston, I cannot say enough about you, sir. Thank you for everything you did. You became a friend. And you became somebody who I completely trust in this industry. And I hope that we can use you again in the future for sure. Hey, we'll be right back after this.
Hey,
listen!
hey, don't go nowhere. We got more coming at you.
That's right, y'all.
When music feels real, you don't just hear it, you feel it. That's the sound of Michael Gillis, one of today's fastest rising voices in adult contemporary music. Michael's single, Working with the Rain, stormed up the Billboard Adult Contemporary charts, debuting at number 21 and climbing to number 13. Then came Can't Hide Beautiful, holding steady in the Billboard Top 40 and streaming in over 30 countries. And his breakout hit, You and Me in Miami, reached number 2 on the Euro Indie chart, proving his music connects across oceans and generations. With heartfelt lyrics and that unmistakable voice, Michael Gillis is redefining modern pop country crossover. Authentic, soulful, and radio ready. Stream Michael Gillis on Spotify, Apple Music, and everywhere you listen. And follow at Michael Gillis Music on all socials. Because when the voice is this honest, you just can't hide beautiful.
So then we came back, right, Ange? So we did the movie, we got the reality TV show, and then we have the music.
Oh, the music.
8 songs we cut this year with some of the best musicians in Nashville. One of them is kind of the movie soundtrack.
Yes.
So that's not going anywhere. That's just going to sit in the safe until...
But it's a great song.
Thanks.
It could really make it on its own without having to be with the movie, but...
Right. But it'll be fun to save it for it, I think.
Yeah.
'Cause it says everything.
Yeah.
And then we have a song for the Drop Me Off in Nashville, but we haven't recorded that. We're just going to hold that until Randy gets settled where he's at with getting this thing placed, and that will be done. But the songs that we wrote, I mean, I can't believe the response that we're getting, which is cool. I have one of them on hold, which is awesome. And then I sent a song that I wasn't sure of to Michael Gillis, and Michael came back with some pretty cool responses.
Yeah, but that one we haven't cut yet.
Right. That one's going to sit in there because I didn't know it would
I know,
be done.
but you were like, I'm going to do these 8 and then I'm not going to do any more. And I'm like...
I know, but if Michael says yes, I mean, you gotta, I mean, he's a Billboard artist that I've managed. He's going to co-write it with me for crying out loud.
This is what you say. Oh, I'm done. I'm not going to do no more. I'm not going to do no more. And then something sparks your interest and you're like, my dreamer husband is going to dream on.
But that's how you got to do stuff, right? I mean, so writing these songs and rewriting them and bringing them into the studio and hiring the players and, finding the right vocalist to sell this lyric and the copyright submissions that you have to go through, all of it. And now having my pitch team behind me doing what they're going to do, the lawyer is going to do what they're going to do to get these things in the right hands is pretty exciting. I think, out of 8, if I get one of them, I'll be pretty happy. I've probably written 150 songs over my lifetime. And these are the ones that I finally figure out that are going to be the best ones that I got.
Yeah. I always tell Scott, I don't really understand all that you're doing, but I'm here right beside you.
Yeah, you most certainly have been. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
What about Michael Gillis? Talk about a man who's changed our life.
Yeah, Michael's been
What do you
fantastic.
think of Michael Gillis?
He's a fantastic artist.
Yeah. His music is he doesn't quit.
No, he's nonstop.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows how to quit. He just has that drive in him that as an artist you have to have.
Yeah, he's been a welcome addition to our 2025 year.
Oh my gosh, if he stopped tomorrow, which he wouldn't, but if he did, I have a lifelong friend. I think Michael and I will get on the phone and we'll talk for hours about music and just about this lyric or why this was this or how this went there or what are we going to do with it or we get in the studio, what are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? And then to have Michael open his doors to me, put one of my songs on hold, and then to say, I want to co-write this thing with you. This thing is a smash hit. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
But when you hear that from somebody who's established, it kind of makes you feel a little bit better that you're doing something
Yeah,
right,
it makes your chest puff out just a little bit further.
But I got told that we're doing a major world tour in 2026 with Michael, with a big, huge artist. It's not signed yet, so I don't want to say who it is. He has a duet that's scheduled, which is absolutely phenomenally huge. This artist is one of the well-known worldwide artists that it's I can't believe it that he's having these opportunities. But then again, it doesn't surprise me with Michael, honestly, right?
Yeah, but he's such a nice, personable person.
He's not a jerk. He's not. He's
down to
successful
earth.
and a jerk.
Yeah,
he's successful and a great human being.
Yes.
Like look what he did for me in Miami. I mean, he went down to Miami, put me up in the Ritz for the week, paid for everything. I had 6 shower heads. My bathtub was 4 feet deep. I looked out over the ocean.
Overlooked the ocean.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I mean, just the kindness of him. But again, though, I work hard for Michael. I mean,
yes, you do.
See me in that computer.
Yeah, you're very dedicated to helping him and helping his career as well.
Yeah, I'm in that office all day. I want to see, I want to know, I want to figure it out, what's working, what's not. I mean, so far we've fired 3 different people that's taken or tried stealing from him who are supposed to be reputable companies. That makes it tough. Because then you start to think, well, does Michael think that we're bringing in these people? But we all make the decision together to vet these people out up front. But they're just professional salespeople. I tell
Sharks.
You. Oh, they're sharks.
Let's go back to the sharks.
I mean, I just can't believe some of the stuff that comes out of their mouth. You know, the last company who just came to us who worked for a couple major artists who are already established and did so well for them, I said to the guy, I said, you show me results and then I'll pay you off your results. Oh, no, it doesn't work that way. I've been in the music business for 40 years. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, I've heard this 4 or 5 different times. We're not doing this game no more. You show me results and then I'll write you a check. You want to put an escrow account? How you want to do it? But we're not going to do this no more.
Yeah.
Because we've heard this song and dance 15 times. You're the same guy that keeps talking and doesn't let anybody else talk. So what are you hiding? When I try to ask you a question, you just overtalk me. So there's something not adding up here. So that makes it really tough. But Michael Gillis, what a blessing. I can't wait to do what we're going to do in 2026 with him. His songs are they're phenomenal. One of them's got over 1.3 million downloads on Spotify already, which is really cool. He's a 3-time Billboard artist. He's number 3 on media-based charts, which is a feat in his own as an independent artist, which is pretty cool. So every time I call him and I talk about the number, he goes, yeah, so what?
Every time you call him and henpeck, that's what Scott calls it when I get on the phone with my mom or a friend.
Hey, you henpeck.
You're henpecking.
All those chickens pop their head up and down when you're talking because you're agreeing with yourself. That's what you do.
Picking up on that country slang, ain't you, baby?
I live with you. Talk about our coloring book that we made.
Oh, the coloring book. It's so cute.
Yes, it's doing well. I'm happy with it. You know, I said, let's just try it. We put it out. I grew up with roller skating, so it just kind of worked for us, right?
Yeah.
It's all over the place. You type in my name in Amazon, Scott Hooger, in Amazon. Just type it in the search bar and it'll pop up. You don't have to type anything else out. Just type that in.
So talking about the coloring book, we had donated some toys for tots.
Yeah, at First Watch.
Yeah, First Watch.
Well, they had babies. All of our babies are gone. So we took the money that we had gave to our kids and we decided to take X amount and go to Target and a bunch of different stores. We bought a bunch.
Scott told me, he said, I want to give some of our coloring books away, and I want the biggest pack of crayons, and I have to have the sharpener on the back. And I'm like, did they even make that anymore?
Yeah. Did you find it with the sharpener?
Yeah.
Because that's how the kids, it's kind of cool when you have your own sharpener.
They probably don't even know what that is anymore, crayon sharpener.
Probably right. Hey, the one of the cool things about doing this Drop Me Off in Nashville podcast with Mark Maynor is, we're going to get into Mark in a little while, is that the Artist Highlight magazine and website interviewed me. It's we talked about all things about Drop Me Off in Nashville, and I talked about growing up in the hometown of Bob Dylan and everything that came along and how this podcast started and how the great Mark Maynor has been behind us as a producer and allowed us to work in his studio, which is a gift. And we'll talk about Mark and Mark George and all of our friends down here in Florida right when we get back, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
At Music Road Productions, we believe every great artist deserves a shot at the big stage. We don't just talk about breaking artists, we prove it. Take Michael Gillis, an independent artist with a dream. And with our team behind him, that dream became a reality. His single climbed the Billboard Hot 100 to number 43 and reached number 17 on the Billboard AC chart. Proof that the right guidance, strategy, and belief can take you all the way. At Music Road Productions, we offer more than just management. We build careers. From branding and radio promotion to streaming growth, social media campaigns, and connecting you to the right industry doors. Our passion is turning talent into chart-topping success stories. If you're ready to take your music to the next level, join the road that leads to Billboard. Music Road Productions, where independent artists become stars. Music Road Productions, your journey, your success, your music.
Drop me off in Nashville hotline. May I help you, please?
Yeah, let me talk to Scottie Hooger. I want him to make me a big Nashville star.
Just one moment, sir.
Scottie here. You got 20 seconds to impress me. Go.
Okay. I'm a big hick. I live out in the sticks. My wife says I got a date.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to help you. Bye-bye.
I guess he doesn't like people with big necks.
So this, I kind of want to get into the podcast success, okay? And then we'll talk about
the podcast success or Angie's podcast success.
Oh, she's taking over now.
Yeah, you already hit the record button, right, Mark?
Yes.
Make sure you put all of that in there.
It's always on.
You guys, I try to tell every one of my guests, our mics never are not hot. We're putting that on the air, Mrs. Braggy.
Well,
It is number one.
like I said, we're going to have
She want
to.
her own promo.
Oh,
That's right.
so we got to make her cut it, Mark.
There you go.
It's going to be called Drop Me Off in Nashville with Scottie and Friends and Lovers.
Or
Okay.
Angie and Friends.
I thought I told you to get in a truck and stay there. Let's talk about Mark Maynard. You want to?
Let's do it.
That guy on the other side of the grass there, that handsome man over there. Let's talk about this studio that we're in. Podcast Productions Music.
It's fantastic.
Can we give out your phone number, Mark?
Sure. 727-857-6013. And it's also, I have Monster Mix Productions as sort of my main company, and then Podcast Production Music is a subsidiary of it, I guess you could call it.
Mark, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing us to record in your studio, and thank you for working with us.
Yes.
It's an honor and a pleasure working with you guys. It's been a blast, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm not demanding, but I have a lot of different thoughts that go through my head, so I always bring in Mark different bumpers or scripts or commercial ideas, and he's always so incredibly sweet and generous and says, for sure, let's try it. And I always kind of go, but you guide me, if this isn't right, let's not do it. But and then Mark has become so great that he's able to say, hey, but listen, let's do it this way, or what do you think of this? And which is always makes it better. So
Yeah.
You can't ask for a better person. So Mark, you had some opportunities to work, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but with Rush Limbaugh, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff for radio. I've done for the years, and I do parody songs from radio morning shows all over and for some prep services. And guy I came across is a big-time consultant, retired radio executive who knows the show and knows people at the show. And he said, you really should try to get in with Rush, which I thought, yeah, right, like that's going to work. And I did. He hooked me up with their executive producer, and after a little while, they were ready to do a contract. And then, unfortunately, the executive producer of the show passed away. He had brain cancer, and there went my contract. So I kind of got back involved with some of the people on the show, and they were back interested in doing the contract. And then Rush got sick, and so that ended that. Yeah,
That's that bugger.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because when you've earned it.
It was one of those things, you set a goal, like that was my highest goal. It was the most popular radio show, and Rush loves doing parody songs, so it was it was a big goal, but I got close.
No, you earned it. You did it. You got it. Circumstantially is why you didn't get it. You earned it.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that made me feel good. There's a guy on the show, James Golden. If anyone listened to Rush Limbaugh, he was Snurdly on the show. And he told me after Rush died, he said, I just want to tell you that one parody you did for him, Rush asked for a parody, a specific topic parody, and I did it. And he goes, that was his favorite one that you did.
Wow.
And I thought, well, that was nice.
That's
I never actually got to meet him or talk to him.
You should have, because you were right there, and just it was circumstantial. Otherwise, that's where you would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So is it bad to say their loss, my gain?
I don't know.
I'm no Rush Limbaugh. Let me tell you that.
Well, I mean, it's a compliment that I got to that point, really. But
it's a huge compliment.
It was. I was very depressed because I was so excited when. They were writing the contract.
I know
when
that
the
feeling.
executive producer died. He had written the contract, and then over the Christmas break, his cancer came back, and he lost his memory, and he ended up passing away over that whole Christmas break.
Rest in peace.
So that ended things.
Yeah, and when it's right there, when it's so close, when you can touch it, when you can feel it, when you can smell it, you start making plans, and then it gets pulled. That's the bugger.
But then Drop Me Off in Nashville came along, so everything's good.
See, it's nice. And then there's a gentleman who just walked in the studio. I was wondering if you can hear me. Mark, George, could you come into the studio with me, please? Or get on that mic. I don't care. Whichever one will be great.
Hey, good morning. What's happening?
Mark, thank you so much for coming in over the last year. I mean, I think you've been on 3 or 4 shows, right?
Yes, at least.
Yeah. Let's talk about your place next door.
Well, you haven't seen it in a while, but it's almost complete.
Okay.
So you'll take a peek on the exit. But and we solidified our name. It's we have the domain and everything. It's called Muckeyes.
Muckeyes.
Muckeyes. That was my grandfather, who was a coal miner in the northeast region of Pennsylvania in the
Awesome.
anthracite mines. And it's called Muckeyes Pizzeria and Guitar Bar.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
It's
That is
already
great.
been approved for that. So and we hope to be open sometime mid-January.
Mid-January is the goal right now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, I've got to thank you guys for all the publicity you've given us.
The thing about it, though, it belongs to Newport Richey. It's going to succeed in Newport Richey. It's off the beaten path. It's right next door to this studio. When I say right next door, 20 feet. I mean, you could literally go in there, sing in Mark's George's club, come over here and cut the lyrics with Mark Maynor 20 feet away, or set up a studio time, or you find another co-writer and you can write with that person. Everything is perfect for right here, right now. What Mark and Mark have is phenomenal. And if you get too worked up, just go next door and get a massage.
Oh, yeah.
Get your nails done. I mean, you guys got the whole street licked.
Yeah, that's Music Row Way. That's what I'm trying to get the city to rename the street.
Music Row Way. Brilliant.
And just so you know, we're running a Cat 5 cable between our buildings.
Oh.
And Mark is going to be live recording the songwriter venues.
Oh, that's so smart. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's news to me, you guys. That's
so when you bring
really-
your folks down for the Drop Me Off in Nashville, they're going to be able to be live wired,
Wow.
live fed.
That's incredible. Good for you. It just gets better and better, right?
Better and better.
What's the name of it one more time?
Muckeyes.
Muckeyes,
And-
Newport Richey, Florida.
And what's the projected opening date, Mark?
I'm shooting for mid-January, and of course, that has to do with the equipment's will be all in, and if we can get the liquor license, or not liquor, but beer and wine license by then, and everything, all the inspections we need done, it'll be then. But I'm shooting for that time frame.
Awesome. You have a guest.
I do.
Can you put him on the mic?
I do. I have Dan O'Brien here, who's also a producer and had his own studio many years.
Excellent. I want to say hi to Dan. Hey, Dan, how are you, sir?
How are you? Nice to see you.
Man, nice to see you, too. It's a pleasure. I'll shake your hand when we get out. I can't wait. Thank you for coming in.
Well, it's my pleasure.
What do you do now?
I'm a producer, kind of in-house. I semi-retired and
Never retire from music,
well,
right?
I was introduced to a friend who was building his own studio, and
Awesome.
we became. It got my interest, and so I helped him redesign a studio, and I'm
I love
the
it.
in-house guy there, and it's comfortable, and it's I've got 50,000 hours in recording studios, so
Yeah.
it's nice to have something that's just pleasant. And the guy I'm working with is a very talented writer and singer.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice vibe at my 77th year on the planet. So
keep going around that,
son.
son.
Still works. So
Can you say the name of the studio? Is it yours? Do you want to promote it?
It's called Yellow Bluff, but it's a private studio.
Okay, so invite only.
I don't want to do a commercial studio again.
Yeah.
Let me put in on him. He's being very.
I can tell.
Yeah. But Jeff Wheaton is a first-class songwriter, and Jeff Wheaton is a guy like us. Very good.
I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Closer.
I said the studio is owned by a friend of mine named Jeff, and he's a first-class singer-songwriter.
Okay.
But he's like us. This is his passion. He's worked all his life, and Dan is his guy.
Yeah, it's in Dan's blood.
Dan does a great job there.
Yeah, it's in Dan's blood, I can tell. Thank you, sir, for coming in today. I appreciate it so much.
Well, I'll look forward to a future.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, you guys, for hopping on and saying hi to us. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so wrapping up 2025 and have something to look forward to already for 2026, the opening of...
be a great place.
Yeah.
For the songwriter, especially because Mark George has really said that he wants to concentrate on the music and come in there and sing your songs. You know what I mean? Don't come in and Garth already sold his stuff. Dolly's done just fine. Let's sell your stuff.
Yeah.
Let's figure out how to make you somebody if that's the trajectory that you want to go. And then to know that they have like a Dan O'Brien in their pocket. Not that it's a commercial studio, but if you are good enough and Dan's like, you're welcome to come in or invite some in, what a gift. I mean, because now you have the best of the best. You have Mark Mayner's studio here. You have Dan O'Brien,
and
all of this.
And Mark is going to have it live wired. That's
unbelievable.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's
cool. And so these songwriters performing their own songs, no telling who's going to hear them and maybe want to put their song on hold.
I could put them on hold.
Yeah.
I could take them anywhere for them. But that's the whole thing is, and then, there's a catch-22, and I understand exactly what Dan's saying by that. He doesn't want to be inundated by it because he's been through that nonsense, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I respect that professionalism out of him. That's pretty cool. Let's talk about Amber Marie. You haven't met Amber yet.
I haven't met Amber, but I did listen to her episode on the podcast. And for her to be so young, she's so smart and so intelligent in this business already.
When I brought her on the show at John Albany's studio in Nashville, and she sat down with me, I knew right then, just because of how she conducted her demeanor and who she was, that she would be perfect for Michael. And when that show was done, I you know me, I connect the dots.
Yeah.
Connect the dots. She, when she said yes when we hired her, was the best thing for Michael because Michael will play off of what she teaches him, instructs him.
He needs structure.
For that. Because it's something that he doesn't like to do. He's the music guy. He's not the let's play on TikTok guy.
Yeah.
But these kids are professional at playing TikTok.
Yes.
So, but he's not that. So to have her on our team, we hired her on the spot. And we pay her a salary, and we're happy to have her. Amber Marie, thank you for coming into our life. And like you said, God has shown you a path. And I hope we were a part of that path because we're really glad that you're with us. And then my best friend, Scott Coyer. I talked about him this past year, I don't know, probably every show because he deserves it.
Yeah.
I think the world of Scott Coyer.
Yeah, I used to love going downtown to Scott's shows. And
remember, we'd go to Tootsie's.
Yeah.
And we'd sit on the third floor. And every time I'd turn around and look at you, you never drank, but you'd be dancing or you'd be singing along because you can't help but to sing with Scott, right?
Yeah.
You guys, Scott Collier, check him out on Broadway. He's a trusted friend. He gave me 2 hours of his time this past year. He's genuinely a great human being. Now I want to talk about Randy Rich, our dear friend Randy. He came down here on vacation.
Yes.
He had his whole entire family, but he took time to come in here to talk with me about Music Investor because that's who he is.
Yes.
And he's given us a pretty big opportunity, didn't he? He asked me if I wanted to buy into a bar in Nashville. And we've been talking about that pretty steadily.
Yeah, we're talking.
Yeah, over in Music Valley.
My dreamer husband.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. I just got a Rodney, and Rodney's very successful with Music City Bar and Grill. He's a good human being. And Randy Rich, I can't say enough about him from top to bottom. And if Randy's involved, it's pretty tough for me not to. And so when those two guys invited me to get involved with this bar, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. But I got to talk about the details, because here's the tough one, Angie. I'm going to say to Rodney, who owns the bar, who's going to be about a block away, how am I going to shut your bar down? Because I put you out of business. Because that's not the way I know how to do things.
I know.
If I'm your competition, you have to go away because I want your business, right? So that's saying that lightheartedly, Rodney, because Music City would go anywhere, but that's how I think.
Yes, Scott is all in.
If I'm in, I'm in.
You're in.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I'm in, if it's yes, it's yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the cost.
110%.
A couple more people. I just wanted to give them a shout out. Jen and Lane Gillen, thank you for all your support over this last year. Todd Lindstrom, thank you for everything you've done from start to finish since 5th grade. Been one of my longest and dearest friends. Heather Solon, we dedicated a show to Denise, your sister who died of cancer. Same thing that my mom had. You're always in our thoughts this year. You continually honor her, and that's terrible of what happened. It sucks for sure. And then lastly, Steve Wrench is back in my life. Doesn't God work in weird ways?
Yes, mysterious.
Yeah.
Let's call it mysterious, not weird.
We kind of separated, 10 years ago just because of some creative differences in how things were going. And he was right and I was right. We just weren't right together at that particular time.
Yeah.
And then when I did the Drop Me Off in Reality show, there was something about me that said I need to call Steve. It was bigger than me, and I just listened. And now I am a full-blown music partner with him again, and I could not be happier. And his beautiful wife, Donna, who we think the world of, and they're over in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Out in some pasture field with sheep running around next door out in the country, just living the best life.
UK.
The UK.
Yeah.
He is in heaven right now. And I'm so happy for him because he deserves that. And to have him be a partner with the Michael Gillis thing and everything else that we're doing. And we opened up this new company called Music Road Productions. We're 2025 credited Billboard management company, which is, I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, honestly. It kind of, it shows that we know what we're doing. Yeah. Which is cool. And that's why I did this podcast, because I wanted to show kids there's a bad way and the right way, for sure, in the music industry. And now, as we know, in the TV industry, too.
Yes.
$20,000 guide, and we'll get you a deal, Scottie.
I told you, we're going back to those sharks again.
Back to those sharks.
They're taunting you.
Listen, we'll be right back after this.
Are you a TV producer or camera crew ready to capture the heart and hustle of Music City? Then we got your next hit TV reality show.
Introducing Drop Me Off in Nashville, the reality series where country dreamers chase stardom, heartbreak meets dead ends, and every neon sign has its own story.
We're calling all Nashville filmmakers, videographers, and crews to help bring this story to life. From Ryman Alley to Broadway nights, this is where the fans meet the future stars.
Think Southern Charms meets ABC's Nashville. But real, raw, emotional. A self-contained docuseries.
Want to get behind the camera and shoot the next breakout series? Reach out now at dropmeoffinnashville.com and let's make TV magic, y'all.
Drop Me Off in Nashville, where the dreamers and the fans connect in reality.
Hey, y'all. We're back.
Welcome back.
We're going to get this 2025 all wrapped up and get ready to move on to 2026 to bigger and better things.
Really? You think it's going to be bigger and better? Because this has been a phenomenal year.
Every year with you is bigger and better. I never know what to expect.
But I made you some vows, like I said. So I want to, if the movie gets picked up, I'll be done with the movie scene, okay? Because it takes a lot of my time, and I don't know how to do it half-assed, so I want to do it right. So that's cool. So we'll finish that up.
Yeah, but you're dedicated to it. So that's...
Yeah. And then I said that I would, these 8 songs, but I have to put a comma in there now, because now with Michael wanting to do this other one, I have to do that because of Michael. I'll do, I'll do anything for Mike. Like I told you, any one of my friends, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it. So if Michael says we got to do it, I got to do that one, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we'll do that one. So that'll be 9. Then
9, and then you'll come up with another idea, and there'll be 10.
No, then the book is out, but I might put the movie into a book as well afterwards. I thought about that.
I think it needs to be a book first and then go to a movie. That's what I thought.
That's what you were saying before, and I've been doing some thinking about that, and I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But I think it's a good idea, or just having it in a hardcover. I don't know. I got to figure that out.
It needs to be done. I mean,
There's no doubt about it. What I'm doing has to be done.
Yeah.
The people that I've shown this to, like I've said, they had every opportunity to say you're a dumbass, but they're like, please do this. This needs to go down. To get an 8 out of 10, I keep saying that, but I was shocked by that number. I was expecting maybe a 3, maybe a 4, maybe if I was lucky. I've never done this before. No, I'd never. So I'm pretty that one. So the movie, the songs, the reality show would probably go this year. Hopefully in spring. I don't hope it's not fall. I hope it's spring when we finally get this thing rolling, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
And then the coloring book will kind of live in Amazon where it belongs, and it's doing just what it's supposed to do. And then we had the huge world tour with Michael Ealis.
So what are you most grateful for from 2025?
Business wise, or just in general? My health. I'm older. When I got to 239, my blood work was, Angie, horrific at best.
Oh, I know.
And to have this kind of stress level of projects on my plate, I was probably on the verge of a heart attack or stroke. A couple times I stood up and fell over. I mean, you saw. So to do my health to get back to where it's supposed to be since I've been 18 years old, the weight that I'm at when I was 18, I'm pretty proud of that for sure. I'm proud of what we've accomplished, that you stood by my side through all of it, and you've never said, don't do that. You've always said, do that. I've never had that in my life, except for my father. When my dad died in 2007, he said, they go to Nashville and chase your dreams. And he said, everything we'll do what it's supposed to do. Don't worry about that. Do what you need to do. And you've been that to me. I those two things for sure.
Yeah. And I'm thankful for all the people that have come on the show and shown us support this year.
Can you believe it? The friends that we made in Newport Richie, that U-Haul was about backed up in that backyard.
Oh yeah,
Mark and Mark.
Yeah, you told me if we get one more hurricane,
well,
the U-Haul won't be going to the dump. It'll be going back to Nashville.
You guys, you don't even know what it everything goes in the garbage. There's nothing you can do. It's so traumatic.
But going back to that, I'm so thankful that it wasn't any worse than what it was for us.
Yeah.
The bottom floor was our Lanai area, where the water came in. So,
yeah.
I mean, yes, we had personal things down there that got ruined, but our living space.
Yeah. My dad made me a barn, and it made it through it. I had it up.
Yeah, you had it up.
Yeah. My dad made that barn. This barn he had it when he was a little boy. My dad was born in 1935. So 1945, his grandfather or father made this barn for him, this real red barn. And it was out in the back of our woods behind my mom and dad's house in a pile of dirt. And I went up to it one day. I'm like, Dad, I would have loved to have that. And for Christmas one day, he remade the entire thing for me. So I've been carrying it around ever since. That's why I have it, because it's the last thing my father ever gave me before he passed away. But yeah, no, I think we should turn the lights out on 2025. What do you think?
Well, what are you most excited about for 2026?
The movie.
The movie?
By far. The songs are great. If I get a song on the radio, great. If I don't, it's okay. But the
Michael
movie,
going on tour.
but number one is the movie. You know why? Because of the impact. Because if I could stop one of those things from happening again, I did my job.
Yes.
Just one. Michael's my friend. I'll be Michael's friend till the day.
Yeah.
Hey, if Michael quit tomorrow, Michael's my friend. So I got a friend with Michael. Everything with Michael on top of that is just cherry.
Yeah.
The songs go out, great. The TV show goes out, great. But if this movie goes out, we will make an impact
Yes, for sure.
on many people. And I think that's what's important to me right now as we sit here, because I think if that works, I don't care about the money. I don't care about the fame. You always get more money. You always get more fame. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But what could happen, the people will talk about this from the kitchen table to the White House. And the publicity will be for free because so many people will be speaking of it.
Yeah. And you always say you can make new money.
You can make new money next week, right? Don't keep that old money. Get rid of
That's
that
right.
shit.
Get rid of the old
Get
money.
rid of that shit to get Scottie's come with a new check. We can put that in the bank and spend that, right, baby?
Yeah. Unless I tuck a couple of those 50s up in my bra for.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. We should go to First Watch when we're done. You want to?
Let's do it.
Maybe we could take some friends and maybe they'll come with us.
Yeah, let's do
turn
it.
The lights out on 25. We'll be real quiet, okay?
We didn't plan any of this, but we lived it all.
Yeah, we most certainly did. Hey, thanks for listening to Drop Me Off in Nashville. Shh, be real quiet, ready? Let's turn the lights out on this.
That's a wrap, y'all. You can hear every episode of Drop Me Off in Nashville on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audible, basically anywhere that'll take us. We appreciate you. Now go tell a friend like you're spreading good gossip at a honky-tonk.